What's your advice to people about self-love?
Learn self-love.
How?
Try to know yourself better.
And then?
So, makapalo ka sa iyong needs. Ask yourself. Talk to yourself.
People by nature will actually think of themselves first.
Hello everyone, I'm back again, and today I'm gonna be talking about a topic that was requested from a dear friend of mine that I can't say no. We'll be talking about self-love. First thing first, I'm not an expert of mental, psychological, whatever. This is not a therapy. This is just me talking to a friend who wants to listen about this topic. What I'm gonna share mostly will be my personal thoughts. You might agree or disagree to some of it, but it's just me trying to share what I've learned for the past 2 decades in this world. I have a feeling that this video will be quite long. Let's start. So this video will be breakdown into 3 categories. 1 will be physical appearance, 2 mental state, and 3 how I make myself feel loved by me. Physical appearance. Let's talk first about insecurity. Let's be honest, we all have it, big or small. We are insecure in some part of our body, but if my mantra is, if you can't improve it, embrace it. So if you say you have a big tummy like I do, try to exercise. It's something that you have control of. You balance your diet, you exercise, and be patient with the process on improving yourself physically. It's another way also of showing love to yourself by keeping it healthy, strong. You only have one body. If you won't take care of it, who else will? Another thing is, if you focus more on your insecurity, it will make you feel more insecure. What you focus on determines how you feel. If you are focusing on how undeserving you think you are, that's how you're gonna feel. You start hating yourself, and then you would be unhappy. When you're unhappy, you don't feel like doing anything, and nasamot nga gipasagdan mo imong kaugalingon, and it will make you feel more miserable, less feel love. Second is imperfections. Nobody's perfect. Now, I would say those imperfections are not flaws, they are protection. If you know that you are imperfect, you can be bold and brave to try new things because you know you're not perfect. And if you commit mistake, then I'm not perfect. I'm trying to be better, but I'm not perfect. So yeah, you have more excuse. And if you've accepted the fact that you are not perfect, you're less capable of doing things compared to others. If you have the proper mindset, then you can make that as your self-encouragement to do better, to love yourself more, because you're not perfect. Second is mental state. Now, I won't go to depression and anxiety because one, I'm not the right person to talk about it because I'm not really depressed or have the anxiety. So far, thank God, I'm steady. I'm crazy sometimes, but yeah, I'm steady. I won't go to that deep level. I respect and validate those feelings that people feel when they are alone. I've been asked several times before if I talk to myself, and I always say that yes, I do. It's normal, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think there's a study says that it's actually a sign of a healthy mind. But then again, you have to be careful and be aware on where your thoughts go. Because for me, one way of expressing self-love is giving my mind peace and away from unnecessary negativities. Negative thoughts, they're normal. They're I think, necessity. So you will be aware of the dangers in your surroundings. But if it's unguided and kanang nasubraan na bitaw, it's not healthy anymore. And if you keep thinking negative thoughts, high chance you will be stuck in the same cycle or thought process where you just keep thinking about negative things. And if you do so, then law of attraction, what you keep thinking, you will acquire. Avoid negative thoughts. I know it's difficult, but once you start feeling bad, it's your emotion that you feel na sad ka or unloved or feeling nimo alone ka. It's your brain telling you that there is something wrong. Your emotion is just your response to your thoughts. So try to switch your thought or do something that makes you happy. If you're angry, know yourself what calms you down. Example, if you are angry, then you know that a scoop of ice cream will make you feel better, then go ahead. Because imagine if you're angry and then there's an ice cream on your hand, how long can you stay angry? Don't dwell on the negative emotions when you know how to make yourself feel better and loved. And another way also, if it's too much for you to bear, try to talk to friends or to people who you think can understand you, or maski dili sila kasabot but you know nga dili ka i-judge, or they are open-minded enough to let you talk about it without feeling na invalid silang tanan or invalid imuhang na feel. I would really suggest that you try to watch your way of thinking. Like when you are thinking of negative thoughts, try to get yourself out of it and you try to see situations in a third perspective. You observe yourself on how you process your thoughts, and then from there, if you keep doing that, you will build awareness on how your mind works, and then hopefully if you know how it works, then you can address things kung unsa man gani makaya nimo. And if there are times that you really feel bad, talk to yourself. Be there for yourself when no one else can. If you feel lonely, why do I feel lonely? What else can I do to feel less lonely? Diversion is good, but sometimes you just have to face reality, dwell with the emotion, and then if try to overcome it, laban lang, kaya rin na. I know it could be very tiring, but you can do it. I know you are enough to overcome whatever you feel, and I don't think na God put you into this world just to suffer. There is more reason or higher purpose why you are here and still living life, and it's just too challenging at the moment, but your condition is not your conclusion. So there's more to it than what you're going through. Don't hate yourself for emotions that are passing. It will go. Just be there for yourself. Love yourself. Saying that, how do I express self-love to myself? Two things. Disclaimer again, these guides are just my personal approach on self-love, and there's no studies that backing up these tips or whatever you call it. It's just my thoughts. Okay? So 1, know the small things that makes you happy. Those small little things that you can do every day. How do I do this? One example is breakfast. I believe in starting the day right by having a good cup of coffee and a breakfast. It doesn't have to be kanang bonggang breakfast. What I do, I wake up 2 hours in advance ako ang work, and I prepare a cup of coffee and egg and toast. Very simple. And then after preparing, I take bath, and then after mag-ilis, then I sit down to eat. Now, why do I do this? Because I feel loved. It starts my day right. I feel good that I'm able to take care of myself. I'm happy. My tummy is full. I'm fresh. My heart is happy, and it feels like that I can conquer the world. Another thing that I do is exercise. Now, it's very common. You've heard me several times, like in the mini habits and how to start a good habit for exercising, or how to start a good habit. At first, I started to exercise to lose weight and to get rid of my belly. But then, as I go on to those like quick exercise every day, it's not about the physical change anymore. It's more of the idea that I'm doing this and I'm taking care of my body. Like sa una, kanang sakit sa likod, inig mo bend, kay mo kuto da yung tuhod. But now that I'm more flexible, it makes me feel good. And I'm happy about it. I'm proud of myself. I do this for myself. So, if maglisod ko og exercise, I give myself a tap at the back. You're doing well. Good job. Game strong. And then, it makes me feel good. Because if you won't take care of your body, nobody else will. They can remind you to eat healthy, to exercise, but if you don't put the effort, wala kay makita nga result. So, put in the action. Be present on your life. Be active about it. Don't just sit and complain nga boring akong life. I feel lost. If you continue sitting, then you will totally get lost. Remember the post-movement motivation. Just start something, and then eventually, once you start moving, you will keep moving. So just start. And number 2, treat yourself like how you treat your closest loved ones. Kabantay ka how you react when your best friend or your closest friend moingon silang self nga, batian ako naong oy. Then you would say, dili man good, kagwapo ra nimo ha. You're so quick to defend sa ilahang na feel or the things they say to themselves. Why don't you do that to yourself? You look at in the mirror, if makakita ka nga bati kag now, even if tinuod, without. Just acknowledge something that is good in you. Be thankful. They share problems sa imo ha, you normally say nga kaya na nimo, you are good enough. We always give compliment, assurance sa ilaha that they can make it through whatever hardships they're going through. Do the same to yourself. Stop waiting for people to treat you right. You are more aware of yourself, kung unsay mong ganahan, kung unsay kaya nimong ihatag para sa ubang tao. But before you do that, I think you have to do that to yourself first. Because you can't give from an empty cup. So if you want to share love, you have to start with yourself. How you're gonna do that, I think you know how to do it. You just don't do it. It's very important that assess your life. You celebrate small wins. You empower yourself. When I say empower yourself, ayo pagsalig ayo sa ubang tao. Don't let people decide for your future on what to do with your life. Because if you do that and then lahid imong ganahan buhaton, you won't feel good doing it unless pareha mo og you are heading on the same direction. But if you know that it won't make you happy, start setting boundaries. You have to respect yourself. I think self-love is more on taking care of your body, giving your mind peace, respecting boundaries. After taking care of yourself is to take care of others. And if you enjoy this video, palihog na lang ko og like and subscribe. If you are fond of reading, then this whole topic is also on my blog. You can visit on the description below. Bye.